everyone, this is Margaret Manning with 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. My guest today is Denise McAdam. With 40 years experience, she is one of the top hairdressers in the UK. Denise has worked with celebrities and royalty. She has a royal warrant to work with the royal family, and she has just had so much experience in the hairdressing business. She has worked with some of the best photographers in the world, models, celebrities, and just brings a wealth of information and knowledge to our community. So welcome, Denise. Great to have you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for inviting me along to talk to everybody at 60 and Me.
Well, thank you. We've actually done a series of videos here for people that are watching this one, and just take a look at them on different topics on grey hair, thinning hair, hairstyles. But right now, I would like to talk about long hair. We've talked about short and medium hairstyles and agreed that I'm probably medium and you're medium for sure. But there's some great long hairstyles if you don't want to cut that beautiful hair. So give us some examples. And by the way, just before you start, celebrities. I know we're going to use some celebrity names. I just want to say to all the women that are watching, it's only because they are well known. When I say, someone's name, you know what they look like. But they're no better or worse than us. Your hair is as gorgeous as theirs, just using them as an example. So, okay, Denise, give us some long hair.
So I think with long hair, you'll notice with any of the celebrities like Jerry Hall, Jane Seymour, people like that, as they get older, they've still got long hair, but they've shortened it. I mean, Jerry Hall's is a lot shorter, but it's still long hair. So they've lifted the weight up. And the minute you lift and cut that weight out, it just bounces more. So the minute it bounces, it's got more vitality. And with vitality comes a youthful feeling. So it looks younger.
It moves, yeah.
Absolutely moves. Jane Seymour is another one, a bit more movement, a bit more layering in it, but still much more glamour in the blow dry. Blow drying with something like a big GHD brush. So you're smoothing the cuticle, but getting lots of volume. Maybe you'll twist it as you do it. It's coming down, so you get that kind of Hollywood wave. And so there's a lot more styling involved as you get older with longer hair. Now, there's some people that may keep their hair one length and straight, and it looks stunning, beautiful haircut, but you'll find other people that always have their hair up in a chignon.
Or in the back in a ponytail.
It always looks, it needs to come up to look great. They don't wear it down like that. They may wear it down if they lift it up with a hair accessory, so you get a bit of height at the back. And it's taken away from the front, so you get to see the earring. You see the earring, you have a bit of height at the back, and then the hair comes down. So although their hair is long, they're creating a style. There's always got to be a style. It's not a set of curtains as if you were 16 or 26. It's long hair, but with style. Great haircuts and great colour. There's certain women with very long hair, and I worked with a couple last year with the BBC on television. This lady had the most beautiful white hair that I can't even tell you how beautiful it was, and she wore it long. But she wore it long in plaits, right? She plaited it.
Wow.
She did things at the side.
Yeah.
She moved it. She didn't just leave it long.
There's something dramatic about long hair. I think what you've just said is important, is that if you're going to have long hair, you've got two choices. You either just have long hair because you like it long and you pull it back in a bun or in a ponytail, and you give it a lot of extra time. It's obviously in good condition. Or you decide that your hair is a statement about you. And then you do stuff with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's who you are. Yeah. I mean, the Duchess of New York's now getting older, hair's still long, but she wears it to the side, she plaits it, she does things. She doesn't just kind of walk out with this long dragging hair. And if she does wear it down, it's been styled, it's been curled, it's been moved, it's been hairspray. I mean, long hair, you definitely need a bit of hairspray for hold and finish off. So I wouldn't be using too much mousse on long hair. I'd be using a blow drying lotion, much more, so it disperses through the length and it's much easier. You get much more twistability with the brush. Then you've got great hair things like the big hairbrush, which just gives that longer hair. It does very rarely look great just long and straight, and it needs something. It might look great long and straight with a hat on, because the hat gives you the shape, and then the hair can long highlight. But the minute you take the hat off, it's not a good look.
Well, it's like Joni Mitchell or Cher.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had very long straight hair, but you notice they did wear berets and hats all the time.
Yeah.
Or at least Joni Mitchell did.
I think you'll find women that if they've got long hair, they'll be wearing sunglasses. They'll be wearing a hat, doing something. Yeah. There'll be some sort of dressing of that to take that long hair. It's not, you know, it's not, you just can't do the Californian beach girl with the long hair. It's not. So it's so, you know, there's no hard fast rules, because many years ago, when you learned hairdressing, you were told that the minute a woman was 30, that's the time she starts to cut her hair. By the time it was 40, it was going to be short and in a perm. I mean, I thought this can't be right. This is life over. I'm not going to obey these rules. I'm definitely not going to obey them anyway. I believe in growing old disgracefully, not gracefully. And I think that today, the great thing with freedom today, as in freedom of clothes, there's no age group on how you wear your hair. Yeah. So if you want to wear your hair longer, have it well cut, have it well coloured, have it well conditioned, and obviously you'll be styling it. But enjoy it long, but you will have to put in a lot more work. It will be harder work. Whereas when you were young, your long hair was dead easy. You know,
I used to iron my hair.
Shorter hair. We had harder work. Now you've got harder work.
Well, I think that's a really good point. If you're going to have long hair, you just have to take care of it a little bit more, because it's going to, be, I mean, it's going to be as thin, and thinning hair is like, it's going to be still going to turn gray. You're still going to have all these other challenges of aging, but with long hair, just have to be creative.
Well, it's a very strong challenge, because you've got to remember that this hair coming out of your head is dead from the second that it comes out your hair. So this hair here is going to be 3-4 years old. It's 3 or 4 years old of old hair. So it needs a lot of hard work, a lot of conditioning, a lot of serums. And definitely, if you want to grow your hair long, you need to eat well too, because you want to stay healthy. So that's why you would cut it. Possibly, I think, if you're going to be wearing it in styles, probably just touching the shoulders a good length to. You don't want to be much longer than that. I think it starts to become, there's a line where it can actually be aging, and that's the line you don't want to go to.
Yeah. Well, also, a lot of people with long hair do have it layered in the front. I mean, in fact, almost if they pulled this bottom part back, it would look like they had medium hair, because they've got layers that are just medium length. Yeah. So I guess it's just that
to give that lovely softness that you get. Which in an actual fact, you're kind of doing it's like a long short. Mm-hmm. You see, it's kind of a long style, short style.
Yes.
So you get the volume and the bounce, and you get all the lovely feeling of longer hair, but in actual fact, it's short around the front.
Yes.
And that's where the kind of Jonathan Aniston haircut is a great shape for older women. I know she was younger when she had it, but when it was layered and things like that haircut. I mean, John Barrett in New York does her hair, and he's a great hairdresser. And I can say that because we worked together, Michael John, many years ago. And women that he does, a lot of his women have long hair. A lot of his celebrities have long hair in New York, but they all look gorgeous. They all look fabulous, and they all have vitality. Yes. And they look young. So so it's kind of useful long hair.
I think you've said a couple of things in all the 3 videos about short, medium, and long, is that whatever length, it's just got to move. It's got to have some vitality, some lightness, and use products like serums and other, nourishing conditioners to make your hair at any length. And by the way, folks, people that are watching, we're going to put all the products and things that we suggest you, consider with long hair, and also some pictures to show you the examples that we've just been talking about. So just to give you, some guidance. So it's hard to describe them in words. It's better to see pictures. So we'll put some into the article, and then you can use your imagination to create your style. Okay, Denise, I think this is fantastic. And I really think you've made a good distinction between the lifestyle that you need to think about with a short, medium, and long hairstyle. And are you ever going to grow yours long, or are you happy where you are, medium?
No, I used to always have very long hair, long and very curly. But when I actually took my business on as a hairstyle on my own, I needed to be a bit more powerful. So I actually tied it in a ponytail and cut it short. So
you've got great hair. It's really thick.
Yeah, so I like it. I do like to wear my hair up. So I find I like having been able to that length. In actual fact, there's a bit too much here now. So when I'm about this bit too much to put in, then I'll get it cut again. But it does need cutting.
I can't imagine what it's like to be inside your head.
With long hair and things like that, it's also get the right brush to use.
Exactly.
Brushing your hair is getting the right brush that works for your hair. Brushes are really important.
Yes.
People often forget about the power of the brush, basically, and the
we
right.
Could do a whole video on the power of the brush. Yeah, no, that's important.
It's very important that it finds out the hair, it defines it, and it makes your hair feel spring again. So anyway.
Yeah, I just invested in a new hairbrush and it's made all the difference. It really, I haven't actually brushed my hair that much anymore. I've decided that I don't wash it as much anymore and I don't brush it. Just let it be. Let the few little hairs that are left.
Brush this back area because we forget about it. It's always good to kind of, in fact, I've got this brush here. I love this brush. There's a very old brush maker called Kent. They have the Royal Warrant to the Royal Family. Uh-huh. They make stunning brushes, but this is their latest brushes, and it's actually called Ooh, That's Nice, right? And there's some brushes that just feel very bendy, so it's great to try it. But when you take it in, you go, oh,
that
nice.
Actually
feels great. But the thing is, it doesn't lose the body in your hair, and it kind of just separates. But the great thing is you can move your hair. So it's one on from a vent brush, but a bit more. It's got bristles and vent, and I have to say, and it's very pliable, so it's on your scalp. But I have to say, oh, that is nice, fabulous brush. Brushes are interesting. It's such a mass world out there of brushes.
Well, we should do another video on that. You're such a great advocate for these companies, and I'm really happy that we had the chance to talk with you, Denise. I mean, I meant to say at the beginning, I mean, you have had this huge history of hairdressing in the UK, and actually working in your own salon and working with other people. But you're now really working as a consultant, working with other companies that are doing research and development for new technologies. Maybe you could tell us briefly about that before we close, because I want people to see the whole Denise, the whole person.
Well, yeah, I mean, the great thing is I'm actually, I can be, honest about lots of products.
Yes.
Because I'm not attached to them all. And there's some, like hairbrushes, some very bad hairbrushes out there. So the nice thing is being involved in things like Viviscal and, seeing the research, watching people's hair get thicker, seeing great brushes, watching the development and how it got to that fabulous brush. Products, as I said to you, a mousse is another test. It's a hard test. You put a little piece in your hands, rub it and rub it and rub it and rub it. It's quite hard work. Rub it and rub it. And then you should feel the volume, the stick starting.
Yes.
If that stick stays there, that's not a good product. You want it to go soft and fine. And there's some lovely research now with the parabens. They can put vitamins into here. There is penetration. So you've got to be careful of that as well. But there's some great products, and it's lovely to be able to talk about lots of them. This GHD, they do fantastic straightening irons. I'm not a big straightening person. I prefer to do it with blow dry, but I can't go over that they're great. But their brushes, their hair brushes are fabulous. I mean, everything about them is lovely, the way they finish, but they really smooth the cuticle. So even somebody like yourself, just to get that lovely smoothness, they're a good investment. So yeah, fantastic. I mean,
well, they're very, very, they're lucky to have you though, and have your expertise. And I'm really, so thrilled for you that you're starting this reinvention of yourself as well, and moving from.
It's an expert. I'm not sure if I wouldn't call myself a vlogger or whatever, but being an expert in your field, I can't run around at London Fashion Week anymore because I just haven't got the energy. And I'm not sure if the conversation works with being some 17-year-old girl, but you are expert in what you do. So it's lovely to share that knowledge. And also, every day is a learning day, and it's great. I work with a lot with the colleges, and the things I learn from young people,
fantastic.
Just takes you on to, you just learn so much. So yes, it's lovely to share my knowledge, and I hope that, you can use it and maybe some advice to take into your hair salon.
Well, thank you so much. You've been great. It's been wonderful chatting with you. And I was actually just looking to see what your website was, because it's not Denise McAdam. What is your website?
It's Denise.
It is DeniseMcAdam.com.
Yeah, it's actually being updated at the moment. There's a young lady working here at the moment, because it's like all these things, there's never time. So I'm putting up a lot of history and old new stuff, and lots of things that is not on there. And a very lovely thing that happened to me is the Queen gave me a lovely awards, which I went to Buckingham Palace to get a medal, which was the Royal Victorian Medal. So that was a lovely honour. So I do feel kind of like a grand dame of the hairdressing industry.
You are that. That's a perfect way to describe you. And it's been an honor to have you here. Thanks a lot, Denise. And we'll keep talking. We'll do some more videos on specific topics. And this has been fantastic. Thank you so much.